I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we have the NFL Week 3 box score results. Los Angeles Chargers 10, Pittsburgh Steelers 20. Pittsburgh Steelers move to 3-0 on the season. Chargers fall to 2-1 on the season. Let's look at the stats. A 10-point win for the Steelers at home. Passing first downs 9-7. Seven passing first downs for the Chargers, but you could see the Chargers were 3 for 11 on third down, and 4 of the first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers were from Chargers penalties. So Steelers were 7 for 14, 50% on third down. No one ran a fourth down play. 20 more plays for the Steelers. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. 45-60. You see the Chargers had less than 200 total yards on offense, 168. But the Chargers, you see a big difference. Total plays, 65-45. But they both had a total 10 drives, right? So you wonder, why didn't the Steelers put more points on the board, and how did the Chargers put up so many points if they had 20 less plays and the same amount of drives, right? The Chargers should have given way more points or more yards than 168 yards. Passing 14 for 20 for the Chargers, 25 for 32 for Fields, with the Steelers, 1 interception thrown by the Steelers, 5 sacks for the Steelers at home. Only 61 rushing yards for the Chargers, 114 rushing yards for the Steelers. Red zone 0 for 1. The Chargers only got into red zone one time, and they were 0 for 1. And then if you look at this, once again, the Steelers, it's a good game, but there's some numbers you have to look at. Like, they were only 1 for 4 in the red zone, right? So, like I said, this is a good win for the Steelers. They're 3-0 in the season, but there's some a little bit of troubling numbers there. A little bit of troubling numbers. I would say the red zone's a troubling number, but their defense, right? You don't really have to worry about the Steelers' defense. Is more about their offense. 65 total plays, only 20 points. But let's look at the box score. Let's look at some player stats. Justin Herbert, 12 for 18, 125 yards, got sacked twice, 14 yards on the sack. Justin Herbert did leave the game with an injury. That's why Heineke was in the game. And then you see Heineke came in the game and he got sacked 3 times. So Herbert got injured on one of the sacks. I believe it was on one of the sacks. He got sacked twice. And then Heineke comes in the game, and the Chargers offensive line give up 3 sacks. So, this was, a really, really terrible offensive display from the Chargers. You see only 61 rushing yards, 149 receiving yards right there. Let's look at the Steelers, Justin Fields, not a bad game, right? Not the best game, but not a bad game. 25 for 32, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, only 2 sacks. You can see the Steelers had 114 rushing yards. No one had over 100 yards, but Harris had 18 carries for 70 yards there. 245 receiving yards. I believe the Steelers had 1 missed field goal. You can see Boswell was 2 for 3 in this game. So the Steelers did have 1 missed field goal. But the Steelers win, right? He played to win the game. So a good win for the Steelers, especially at home, especially against a team that, many people consider playoff contenders, right? So this is a good win. Steelers are 3-0 on the season. Justin Fields have led the Steelers to a 3-0 start this season. Right? They're probably going to make the playoffs once again. But yeah, let me know your opinion of this story. Did you watch the game? Were you rooting for the Chargers? Were you rooting for the Steelers? Like I said, we have to keep an eye on the Justin Herbert injury news. He gets injured almost every season. So we'll have to see what the Chargers are going to do. But Steelers are good. And then we're moving on to week 4 for the Steelers. I'm Jason. The world is yours. Today we had a story about the NFL week 3 box score results chart. The Los Angeles Chargers 10, Pittsburgh Steelers 20. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button. And please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million. for watching